Hey guys, so here we go, another video. This one's a little bit closer to home, not geographically, just in terms of our own lineage. You're going to be looking at some chimpanzees. This one is a little bit more brutal because you can probably relate to these animals a little bit more than you could the insects. But hey, I'm not even going to say anything right now. Just check out the clip. Here we go.
This posse of hunters is not only formidable, it's also very large. In their search for food, chimpanzees move effortlessly between the forest floor and the canopy. They're one of the few jungle animals able to do so. Figs are a vital part of a chimpanzee's diet, and some just can't seem to get enough of them. But there's something special about this stretch of forest in Uganda. Fruit is actually abundant. And a lot of food supports lots of chimps. At 150 strong, this community of chimps is the biggest yet found in Africa. Their numbers are so large that they need a big territory, lots of fig trees, and they're willing to fight for it. These calls announce the start of a raid into land controlled by their neighbours. As they leave their core zone, the patrol goes silent, occasionally stopping to listen. Signs of the enemy are detected and examined closely. The chimp militia are now at the very edge of their territory. All need to be on maximum alert. They must wait and listen. An unfamiliar chimp call raises the tension. It's an uncertain time. The size of the rival group is as yet unknown. Not far away, their neighbours are feeding in a fig tree, oblivious to the approaching dangers. The patrol moves off with a sense of purpose. They must remain silent until they close in on their rivals. The attack is on. To intimidate their opponents, the aggressors scream and drum on buttress roots. Several males corner an enemy female. It's a ferocious attack, and she's lucky to escape with her life. Others are not so fortunate. The battle won, a grisly scene unfolds. An enemy youngster has been caught and killed. The carcass is shared between members of the group and eaten. Killing a competitor makes sense if you want to protect your food supply. But exactly why they cannibalize the dead chimp is not fully understood. It may simply be a chance for some extra protein.
Did you see that? Did you see that shit? Okay, so evolution argument aside, of we share common ancestors with chimpanzees and apes and whatnot, the behaviour is extremely similar in the ways that they communicate and gestures. And if you noticed at the end of the video, one was like, "Hey, give me the meat," you know, and the other one passed him the meat, and they had a chow down. It was fine. But again, if you're looking at this from a creationist or a sort of perfect creation point of view, oh shit, I just did that. Fucking hate that. Then, I mean, you're basically saying that your God created these animals as they are today, and that they stealthily move through the forest and they assault other living animals, and then they kill them, and then they tear them to pieces, and then they eat them. This as a process doesn't seem to me like it would be the result of an all-loving God creating the world. This seems like an aspect of survival. And I mean, when you look at humans, I mean, okay, cannibalism is extremely rare now, but even when you've been looking at the ongoings in Syria, for example, and we all saw that brutal video with the Syrian rebel eating his enemy's heart and all this stuff. I mean, it's entirely fucked up. But obviously religious people don't believe that we came from, well, a lot of religious people don't believe that we came from a common ancestor with these creatures. They believe that we're completely separate, and that, you know, chimps and orangutans, etc., were created separately. Well, if that's the case, then, and all of our bad behavior is down to sin, or original sin, then why would God instill exactly the same reprehensible behavior in an animal which he created separate from us? Does that seem like a loving thing to do? Especially when you consider that chimpanzees actually think and feel and show care and affection to their troop, their family members and things like this. It doesn't seem like an all-loving God would have incorporated that into its design. So it kind of makes you question, yeah, is this something that happened due to, you know, the need to survive, or was it actually created? And the other thing, based on was it something that needed to be done to survive? If the God was all loving in the first place, why is there any need for anything to struggle to survive? Doesn't make any sense. So anyway, that's another you know, pretty horrendous video. Fascinating to see the way they behave, but fuck, that's raw. I'm going to call it a night on that one, and I'll come back later in the week. More examples. There's hundreds to go through. I hope you enjoyed the clip. Again, I'll leave a link the description of the video telling you where you can get that documentary. Please, please, please do pick up these documentaries and watch them. They're fascinating. And they kind of open your eyes to the world as it is, not glossed over as in, it's all so beautiful. Fuck that. Also, did you notice that chimps have massive balls? I don't know. Perhaps. Anyway, enjoy. Catch you next time.